Let's continue playing Master of Orion. When we last left off, we were at war with the sole remaining planet of the Alkari, and I want to take it off them now. We have 4 spies hidden in their territory, so we might as well go and... don't really want to sabotage. Let's try and espionage and see if they've got anything of value we can actually still take. I'm basically sending everything over to Voltanis, where I'm going to pretty much sacrifice it. I'm hoping to lose a lot of my... well, not lose, we don't want to lose any of them, but we want to replace the Frigate 5s and the Fighter 5s with new things that are coming out. So, Zortium armoured fighters and destroyers are now being built. The Destroyer 6 could probably have done with having the initial stabilizers, but it'll have to do for now. It's still got quite a lot of guns on it, so they shall hopefully be enough. Over here we have loads of fighters being built, which probably is a good idea, because they are a bit unsupported there. Let's see how this goes. Ooh, let's steal their construction tech. Reduce industrial waste, so yes. Because that will obviously allow us to manufacture things a bit better. So what's currently here? We have a few fighters, they're going to arrive next turn. Some more bombers have arrived. I think arguably we don't need the bombers much more, really. Once all of this arrives and once we get our battleship built, which is looking less and less likely. How many... they don't have many bases on that planet, but let's go and up the reserves on Mentar. Add another 300. Should hopefully get that a bit closer to being constructed. Next, we want to consider other things. So they're all going. You're going for a refit. Jungle. All this is good. We are leaving this northern front reasonably unprotected because we plan to upgrade from frigates anyway, so that's fine. Send them all down. This will now start building Fighter 6s, and this can start building... I should really scrap the Fighter 5 as a building thing. And they can start building destroyers at a steady rate. No, that is the rate of getting 4. Polis, might as well keep going with that. And they're still building a shield. Modified shields is probably a useful enough thing, so we'll just let the all that down come to us. Repulsor beam. Okay, I don't mind that. We'll go with personal absorption shield because that will help our ground troops. Gora has now reached. Yep. Okay, that's awesome. So now it can start accelerating its tech and production. So that's 1706 points we're getting there. And the fleet at Voltanis looks... they don't actually have sublight drives, do they? And that's why it's taking them so long to get to me. Well, 2 more bombers. We'll stop that building them now and upgrade 2. We'll upgrade them to destroyers. Get that in 10 turns. 9 turns, actually. So that's fine. Dolls can do whatever it feels like, actually, but we'll set it up for Destroyer 6. Okay. The Alkari attack Scions. I think auto. Now, how are we off here? Oh. Cut the auto, because we want... yeah, shoot at them still. Concentrate fire on this thing. Alright, you want to retreat at the earliest convenience. Alright, not a lot left, and they've gone. So pretty much frigates only. Alright, auto. Dang it, they're gonna nuke our... no, we want our planetary base to survive. It does have a shield, of course. Right, that's the base gone. Actually now, have only 2 ships. Control Inferno environment. Let's go to Terraforming 30, because we can improve our planetary setup from that. Oh, that didn't turn out too badly, actually. So what do they still have there? They have 4 War Eagles. I think we actually need that battleship to turn up. Let's go transfer to Mentar some of about 200. See if we can get that battleship around a bit quicker. Well, arguably it has a base, so let's just call it that and be done. Yeah, I think from that we learned that our frigate 5s, well, they may have graviton beams, need a bit more than that really. So we shall upgrade them a bit later. All of those are fine. Spike is now up to top industry, so that's going to start being a massive research world for us soon. $31 bombers. See, if we could launch the attack on them, we really could do some damage. But I need that insurance before I can really go for it. 2 destroyer 6s. Spike has now built its max factories. And considering all of the advancements over there, I want that shield done quite quickly. So 270 is fine. Start making a small fleet of fighters, just as backup. So our current research is now 1902. And if we transfer a few more to this. So Gore is our top producing world, really, looking at that. So if we actually cut its research budget down, it's actually producing a destroyer every 2 turns. No, I think that was fine as it was, actually. So 4 turns, but 229. That's a good all-round world, really. Right, War Eagles are inbound. And our stuff's going to be there quicker. Right, so Gora gets a destroyer up. Go to Valtanis in 4 turns. And that can get there in 4 turns. Let's remove all of those and move those to adult system for now. And that's just producing fighters for the sake of it. I think a shield should be done reasonably short order. Mentar, 5 turns away, are we? I don't want it necessarily going to Axis. Want it going here, and we want the full 149. So I guess it's done in 4 turns. Right, Paranar has completed its class 5 shield, so that's now going to max out its industry next turn, which is going to be a bit of a help. Right, War Eagles are inbound. Produce another 9 ships next turn. What can we do instead of that? We can get another we can get another base built. And 6 fighters. Okay, let's see how well that holds up. Also, that gets there in 2 turns. And that also gets there in 2 turns, so we can actually set up a bombing run on this on Altair if we wanted to. But I do think the Bomber 4s are a bit redundant now. I know we built loads of the things, but if they're all there... Nah, we're going to take that world, we're not going to do that. And this means I can now design... Clear all that, medium. Go up to Zortium, Sunlight Engines, Mark III computer. I'll just now build graviton beams. 3 of them, as well as a Gatling laser. Do we want that? inertial stabilizer, and 3 graviton beams. Also means I can now up the maneuverability to 4. So it's very much an attacking ship. Frigate 6. So Voltanis, instead of that, can you build frigates? Yes, you can. And you can build 3 of them, and you can build at least 1 of them. So it can also probably scrap the fighter 5s once we get enough of them. Mind you, we don't have an awful lot of them here, to be honest. And this is the only front we're really too interested in, and I suppose the fighter 5s are there as well. Okay, next turn then. The Alkari attacks. Right, all out then. What have you got? Ooh. And retreat. Well, since we are quicker than them, Nitsa has produced a planetary shield. Since we're quicker than them, and also, oh, they have 1 left there, but it might be worth a go. Of course they're no longer there, I scrapped them. Mariner can go 2 turns to there. That can be there in 2 turns, 3 turns. Let's go for the direct attack, but that's not advisable. Alright, don't build any more defences. Concentrate on getting those frigates done. Alright, can we now finish off that ship? Not quite. It's a shame, because if I can transfer another 100, just to see if we can get that to 1. Yeah, we got the battleship next turn. Right, now that that's done, let's do what we actually intended to do down here. We're going to transfer full points to Spiker. Why are we doing that, you might say? Well, because other than it being a bit of a research world, and this is going to now start, it is basically our mass research world. I'm going to still keep a bit on defensive bases because you never know. But 702 tech points gives us 2501, means we can now start accelerating away in the tech war. Also, since we know Spike has now completed Planetary Shield, excellent. Since we know that points on an artifact world are going to be worth more in the research, then our Planetary Reserve is now just fueling an increase in tech. So, frigate across, frigate across. How many turns? 4. How many turns for a direct assault? 4. So it's going to take some timing, but we're going to go with it. We're going to send it on a direct assault. That can remain there. Keep building destroyers and just hold that. You are getting close. Could do with other things, but that's fine, really. Right. So out of our fleet, what do we have left of the fighter 5s? Not many. We're going to scrap those. Just gives us a spot we can move into. So the current Voltanis attack fleet consists of a destroyer, 33 of our old ones. Okay, next turn then. That's now reached 240, so that's maxed out and is now going to concentrate on its shield as well as tech. 2, 3, 4, 1. Construction is important, and it's probably a good thing to go for. Robotic Controls 4 is going to be a massive increase in our production if we get that off, so that's fine. 1 more turn for the frigate, 2 more turns for that, 1 more turn for that frigate. So I'll just use Voltanus now to build 12 new fighters for us. Right, Cygnus Hilt, its shield is now a research world. Okay. So what do they have here? They're building up an army there. This might not work, you know. But we are invested now. We're not the only ones interested in attacking it, so let's go for it. Next turn. Galactic News Network. Ooh, they beat us to it. Did they bombard the planet, or did they just take it? Oh, I think so. And fusion drives. And the Omega 5 bomb. Let's go improve Tech 5. We'll go with... We'll go with the War Dissipator, and we will go with fusion beams. No, they completely destroyed that system. Okay, well that's helped us out a bit. No, that's fine. 1 a year's fine to just hide in there, really. But I suppose that does have a few advantages. We can now, in theory, just go and take the system. I'm not sure they're going to do a lot about us, so let's go design. Clear. It's a normal type of colony, of course, so standard colony base. Fusion drives. Zortium. And strangely, we can arm it with an awful lot of stuff now. Let's try actually seeing if we can get it on a smaller ship. No, there's not a lot else we can do about that. So we might as well actually go Fusion Drive. Zortium. And then arm it with a number of graviton beams. And a class 3 maneuvering. Okay, build. We then want this. Oh, I've named it a Dark Star. Whoops. Oh well. Get cracking, Voltanus. We need you to go and get that built. So 2 turns. So how is our fleet? How's our race looking now in the stat screen? Technology, we have caught up with the Sacra. Production's much higher than theirs. Fleet strength improving, but still weakened. So I really want to kill the Alkari. But if we had killed the Alkari, of course, that would have probably sent both the Meklar and the all of our alliances down. Destroying a race tends to do that. In the meantime, that's now building up a nice set of fighter craft, so that's now going up to 512. And I suppose since we are technically in a point of peace, I can now go and scrap the frigate 5s and then build the frigate 7s, which already means that our things are obsolete. So clear that. Medium, Zortium, Fusion, Maneuver 4, and also the initial stabilizers. Attack level 3, Shield 2, and then whatever we can actually add on this. Which is Fusion Beam, no, Fusion Bombs, those are. So it gets a Graviton Beam. And 2 Neutron Pellet Guns. So I'm just naming it that so I can compare it to what we currently got. So our bases are free at 6. So it's better, but if we turn that shield down to 1, can we have anything to improve on it? 1 laser. We still want that few. No, this is all good, really. The faster ship is better, and I suppose having 1 laser on it gives it something. We could take the inertial stabilizer off, though. Free at 7. Right. Now, you do want to build one of those before they send in the colony ships, and they will. And that's already there, but it's going to arrive in 3 turns. We can get there first. They're not going to be happy about that, but we can get there first. It's ours. So this is building frigate 6s. Change those to frigate 7s. That's building destroyer, so that's fine. That hasn't changed, although we will do soon. I'd just rather make sure we're not suddenly going to get ourselves into a war zone here. Frigate 7s. On it. Okay, let's add another 200 and that's to Spiker to improve our tech for next turn. Continue on. Alright. Well, that's the other thing. We need to upgrade our fighters again. This is less of an issue because I can just replenish fighters really quickly. Even though we're getting rid of 84 of them. A lot of them there, actually. Right. We're still not done with the Dark Star. They're going to get there first. That's a bit of a race. Everything else is going to be slower to get there, of course, so next turn. Robotic controls 4. Yes, we're going to spend a lot of points upgrading that as quick as possible. Metal computer 5. And, we beat them to the colony. Altair is ours. We now control 18 systems. I think now that we got there, we can now go and fleet specs, scrap the fighter 6, design, clear, small, fusion, Zortium, get to maneuvering in a moment. A Mark III battle computer, we want to give it neutron pellet gun, increased maneuverability, increased maneuverability. So it is defense 8 with a neutron pellet gun. Okay. So a load of new fighter 7s. Right, rather than build those, we want... Actually, yeah, that'll do. That'll be a couple of turns of that. Will probably fully replace things. Right. So our fleet then goes into... We have 8 destroyer 6s. We can scrap the frigate 6s. Design large. Keep the Zortium. Oh, we need new bombers as well, actually. Forgot about that. So we want class 2 shields because this is, after all, our better ships. We then want as many graviton beams as we can get away with. We'll go 5 initially. We can then go with some Gatling lasers, 2. Heavy lasers, 2. And fill the rest out with... What can we fill the rest out with? Jammers, or increases defense slightly and only have 6 beams, or I could have the additional heavy laser. We'll go with 6 graviton beams. So this is now our destroyer 7. So we want destroyers now out of that. We want destroyers. Oh, maybe not out of that one. Frigates. And that's one of the things we need to upgrade there, so that goes to there. Again, because we've all the defences we got here, we don't particularly want to weaken them too much, even though we kind of have. Well, it's fine. We are at peace with peace and actually quite amiable towards the Meklars. The Sakras are interestingly becoming a bit, turning around a bit, though fleet strength is still quite low. And that might be due to the endless. Wait, stop that. We want destroyer 7s now. And everyone's in mass refit mode, but it will massively improve our ability to outproduce everybody once this is done. The Meklars have decided to attack. Okay. Yeah, this is the power of our battleships, really. If I turn the auto off, so you can see our destroyer 6 is fine, but the battleship just has so many weapons and down to 1. They should actually flee from this, I think. But between these two, they actually have quite a lot of stuff on them. I mean, look at the number of weapons. No, actually, what do you know about them so far? Well, we'll go back to auto because pretty much we are destroy it. It flees, they leave. Ours has reached its industry maximum of factories, which is fine. We'll need it in mass terraform mode then. The Altair has sent colony transports to us. Speaking of which, we should actually transfer over. We transfer over 30-ish million. That'll be fine. And next we want to transfer to here some 200-ish points. Stupid phone. And then if we transfer up to Mentar and I'm loaded that will double its ability to build this turn. But actually there's one more ship we really want to think about upgrading, and it's this, the battleship. But for the moment it's doing a good job there. I don't want to get rid of the 6s yet because they're probably one of the few things actually keeping that intact. So we'll send the fighters over because they'll be there instantly, and then we'll send them over as a separate entity. And that will do. So because I'm being messaged on Skype quite a bit, I shall end the video here. So until next time then.